Good morning. I hope you're getting out in this beautiful weather. I decided to move my office outdoors today in my backyard. This is our third session of doing the Rubik's Cube, and today what we're going to work on is getting the whole middle layer solved. 2 rows all the way solved. Now, at stage 4 in the book, there's 2 steps that you can do. You can either move cubes to the left or move cubes to the right. And we're going to talk about this a little bit. Now, this is a big step over just getting your white corners. That was only 4 moves. Today, this is going to have a lot more moves involved. And you have to understand the cube a little bit better. One of the problems a lot of students have, and I talk about it, and it's hard for them to understand at first, is what's called orientation. And orientation is how the cube sits in your hand. Like right now, yellow is up and red is facing me. When I'm done with the series of moves, red should still be facing me and yellow should still be on top. If you finish a series of moves and you're on a different color side, that means you move the cube out of orientation and you've probably messed up your cube thus far. So with this step especially, make sure that you are aware which side is facing you and which side is up. Now what we're looking for on this cube are the pieces that go into the middle, and you'll typically find those on the top. Now you know that the top is, because of the centerpiece, is the yellow side. That means this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece don't belong there. So let's take a look. Here's a red-green edge piece. And this red-green edge piece has, first we line it up on the green side. And you see how it lines up into a big letter T? This is where it belongs. This is the side it belongs on. But it's the red piece, and the red side is over here. We want to turn it over here. So I'm going to do step 4, and I'm going to move it. And I have this memorized. I don't expect you to memorize it. That's why we have the book. So you download it from my teacher webpage, or you go to the site youcandothecube.com and you can download it from there. So I'm going to do the step right now. Green side still facing me, and if you look, I have now moved it into the right place. So I look to the top again, and I look for another piece. Oh, here's an orange-blue one. I turn it to the orange side, I get my big letter T again. Now this one has to go to the blue side, so I'm going to move it this way. Now, I've done that. This has a tendency to be one of the hardest things for kids to learn initially, because there's so many steps and there's so many places that the cube can go out of orientation, or you make a mistake and you turn it the wrong way. The book, especially the new book, has a whole section in the beginning on how to turn the cube based on the directions say. So I'd have you really look closely at that, and their videos are so helpful as well. So here I have another one. It's the orange-green one. This one has to go here, and it'll finish this whole side. So let me do that. So now I have 2 sides all done, and I have one last piece to solve the other 2 sides. And here it is, right in the top, the blue-red one. So I turn it to the red side, and now I have to make it go this way, which is the bottom row on stage 4. So now, as you see, I've solved it all the way around. Don't get discouraged if the first few times you get it, it messes up the cube. Consider it or think of it as practice, because then you'll have to go back and you might have to get your white corners. But typically you don't have to go back and get your whole white cross. Typically it only messes up one of your corners. So you just go back a step, do right inverted down inverted right down, that first algorithm we learned, and you get your corners. Then you're back to trying to get this middle all done. Practice. It's okay if you make mistakes. Albert Einstein, one of the smartest guys who ever lived, says you can't learn anything without making mistakes. So mistakes are a way of learning. So enjoy working on the cube, enjoy this wonderful weather, and I hope to see all of you real soon.